Hello again. Welcome back. It's more back to the cellar with the spiders, the dust, and me. Yeah, I've been doing this for channel now for about 6 months with the model railway stuff. There's a few older bits that go back a couple of years on here as well somewhere. 500 subscribers in that time. Thank you all. I am astounded. Not been too many videos of late. Various other commitments have been made on my time, so I've not had much time to do a great deal or make videos. This is just a little bit of an update on where we are now. So without further ado, let's get down into the cellar. This is Leopard Street. Well, here we are. 500 subscribers. Thank you all so very, very much. It is providing a lot of motivation actually to keep going with all of this. Yeah. The channel's been up really looking at the model railway stuff since about September. So around 6 months. The layout started last summer. So the layout's coming up to about 9 months old. So yeah, I mean, I'll put in a bit of a photo montage in a minute as well. But just go through how we got where we're going. But this is where we are now. Trains are running. Yeah, so how did we get here? Well, this, for the first time premiering on the channel, this is Dinglebury. This is my N-gauge layout. It's got a little bit further than this photo. It doesn't really work, suffice it to say. So yeah, last summer I sort of was approaching the decision that this layout wasn't going to go anywhere and I needed to think about a replacement. We had the roof here done. I was looking at getting the garage done as well. Our finances said no, at which point I went and looked into the cellar. And then this happened. So yeah, my thoughts turned to 00. Now, the N-gauge layout is DCC. It is designed for block detection. It was designed for automation, but it's way too small. I learned that. So I ordered this little chap on eBay who turned up and is rather nice. And obviously needed a controller. So using the various bits of Arduinos and stuff I've got lurking around, I built a little controller and we tested the train. There's a little 12-volt power supply. And, well, yeah, you know how things grow. Yeah, that sort of decided I was going to have a 00 layout. Yeah, I've spent a little bit more time on eBay than this little chap turned up. Again with the controller. This is obviously running as DC. So, yeah, you may have noticed you've not seen either of these two locos on the layout. This is because neither of them have chips in as yet. It's on the list of jobs to do. They do both run though, which is quite nice. A single bit of track is all well and good, but it's not brilliant. So here we have a little test track I built, which I do still have and I've added to subsequently. This is basically a couple of bits of Pico set track, stuck to an old shelf, XPS foam, bit of cork over the top, bit of plastic. Just really experimenting with how I was going to mount some track. I thought I might as well have a go, and it gives me something I can run trains on. And while that was going on upstairs, downstairs, this was happening. The cellar got cleared. Walls are painted. That horrid bit of metal on the floor is an old boiler, which I can't lift. It's way too heavy. In theory, it'd probably be worth something if I could get it out, but I can't get it out, so it's there. Coat of paint on the walls. That was the first thing we started with. Yeah, the next step was to add some lighting and panel the ceiling. Yeah, as you'll see in the video later, I stopped panelling the ceiling. I got fed up of doing it. Bit of a mistake. I should have finished. I'm now at the point of I've got to stop work, dismantle part of the layout and finish it off. So there we go. But it gave me a little cubby hole, and that's where we started. Led on to this, which is now known as board A. This is the first board. This shows roughly how these boards are put together. It's a 9mm ply frame, 44mm square timber that goes into the bottom of it, and there's little bits of corner posts and whatever. It's glued and screwed. It's designed to be able to be dismantled, and there we go. So that was the first post, and then we carried on with the rest of it. Now, one of these boards became 3 fairly quickly. As you can sort of see, there's bits on the top demonstrating the gradients there. 3 fairly quickly became 8. There's this is the board H round to board E. the corner pieces. Idea was to get all the framing done first. It didn't quite work out that way, but that's how we got. But that's how the board's put together. Yeah, late June saw the first bits of track go down. And incidentally, don't worry, this ends shortly. I'm not going to go through every single picture I've got. So yeah, that was late June. Very shortly after that, early July, the DCC EX system went in, and I could run trains. I could run one train, and that was about it. Yeah, but that's how we started out. Yeah, as things happened, time passed a little bit, and then we are where we are now. So without further ado, back to the video. Some of them make a noise, some of them really make a noise. Yeah, anyway, that one sits over there. The sign. Thank you so much again for subscribing. Signal box. Trials and Tribulations, one of the earlier episodes, putting lights in that. I've finally got it working properly after lots of fun and games with the electronics and the controllers. We have some automation. It's the Scotsman and the little J52 over here. We'll start up again in a sec, running around automatically, which is something I was wanted to play around with. Indeed, that was part of the. There we go. You see. Part of the reason for actually starting this layout was wanting to do a little bit more. I've got an N-gauge layout upstairs, which I will show at some point, and it doesn't really work. But I wanted to do more automation stuff with that, and basically I just couldn't. It's not big enough apart from anything else. And the layout's 2 foot by 2 foot 6 inches by 4 foot upstairs. These panels, I mean that's 2 foot by 12 inch, so yeah, either cramming lots of this under there just didn't really work. But we've got it going to this point. This is what I consider to be phase 1 track work complete. So what we got is two running loops that go all the way around. Leopard Junction over by the signal box, 2 more tracks spur up this incline and then fizzle out. They will eventually carry on round, all the way around here, and above all of this, right into a station. That's fit for the distant future. 2 stories roads, parallel. Outer one's really designed to hold longer freight trains that can just rumble round. You see the wagons we painted up in slightly earlier ones. There's the dark grey Hornby, and then there's the lighter greys I've done after when the lovely little locomotive gets out of the way. Scotsman's still only pulling 2 coaches. The other 2 parked up over there because I've still got some problems with that. But so far what we've got works, and there's very little still to do with the track that's here. This point isn't on the block detection system yet. Everything else is, apart from these sidings. This point and that point aren't powered. This one's motorised, but trains can't drive on it yet because it doesn't have the track feeds. But that is what it is. The next phase is going to be getting all of the sidings and reverse loops up and running. But for the amount of time this has been up, I'm quite pleased with the progress. Took the chance to have a play with the some of the scenic work. So there's some track painting, track ballasting, making a start on a little scenic town area down here. There's a bus. I got a bus. All's going in. You can see the filler material has gone in. It's not quite fully painted up against the inside edge of this wall, but against the outer part of the wall, at least the base colour's on it. It needs dry brushing, it needs air brushing, it needs more of the track ballast doing. All of this area here needs sorting out. I need to put some proper signals in. There's an awful lot still to do. In the short term, oh yeah, I've got some bridge sides as well for on here, although they're a bit big, so think about that. In the short term, however, it's all coming down. That power box needs mounting on the wall behind it, and I can't really get at it. And this bit of ceiling needs finishing off. There's some more lights to go in. It'll just be a lot easier with the layout in pieces. So the N3 boards will stay. the first job is going to be taking this board, which is board B, and board E, which is that one, out. C can then be moved, and then I've got access through over here to do all the bits and pieces I need to do. Yeah, so that's basically what's happening there. So I won't be running trains probably for a few weeks while I get all that sorted out. There's plenty more to do though, so there's a lot of little desk projects coming up. This slightly dilapidated looking building here is going to get finished. It is going to get lights added. I have a prototype of the lights. In fact, I've actually got some of them. They're not wired and working yet. They are here. These are the lights I'm going to be using. Yeah, spoiler, if you've seen them before, they're not just normal lights, they're quite good. Comment I made on, I forget the channel name earlier, this is the crimping tool I use. Not the one that comes in the rubbishy kits you get on Amazon. Certainly not this style. That'll do JST style connectors and do them well, which I use quite a few of. So that's, yes, that's that. There's lots more painting videos coming up. Over there we have some prototype people. That's the right button. Partially painted. I've shot that video twice now, and I don't like it either time, so I'm just being fussy. I'm gonna redo that one until I'm happy with it. But yeah, that's how we are now. I mean, I've acquired some stock that I had to start with cheap on eBay. The Q6 was the first proper locomotive I got, followed by the A2 parked up around here. This is another lovely one. G5 is the most recent addition to the fleet. I'm on the lookout for a K-class of some description, some sort of 260 freight loco. This Q6 needs a friend. Basically I want to put an open wagon train on the inner line that isn't the little J52. It'll be a sort of similar length to the van train when that turns up. I've got all these coaches. These ones need stripping off. Various ones need repainting. They all need lights. There's so many jobs to do. But as I say, the next thing coming up is a little bit of a break from layout into doing some little side projects. I've got various kits to build and other things while I sort the roof out down here. And I do need to sort the roof out because you might be able to see bits of it on here. I did sweep outside. I did sweep bits of it off, but this stuff down the side is not. That's not ballast. That is bits of that roof that are just flaking and falling down. So yeah, that does need sorting. There we go. I really love this little G5. It's being the show again, the Scotsman, of course. But, yeah, so that's where we are now. So I've got a lot of clearing up to do. This weekend is going to see all the stock back in its boxes, or at least back in some boxes, which are right under there. All the clutter removed, which is one of the hardest jobs of anything I plan to do with the layout, is stopping every available flat surface just accumulating. You can see my desk over there is not exactly the tidiest. 3D printer, I'll fix that. I'm waiting for some connectors to turn up. Yeah, but that's that. It's been 6 months. It's been fun with the channel. It's been a little bit longer with the layout, although it seemed to be about 2-3 months just to get down here sorted out so I could start. As you can see, I stopped partway along with the roof. I just got fed up of doing it, but I've got to get back and get that done now. And we can come back, set back up again and start playing trains. So hopefully I'm going to have some more videos coming out over the next couple of weeks of various bits and pieces. I've slowed down a little bit these last couple of weeks as I've had work commitments, rather unfortunately. They seem to make demands on my time during the week, and I've been away at my in-laws and so on and so forth weekends. So we're going to gradually get back into more layout work. There's a lot more still to do. Hopefully over the next 6 months of the channel we'll continue to grow it, and I'll start learning how to script stuff and present stuff a little bit better, so that yeah, it's not quite so waffly. Camera work may improve again. But otherwise, I will see you all in the next one. I say again, thank you all so much for the subscriptions and all the comments. I do read them all. I try to respond where I can, and yeah, it's been quite inspiring, especially watching some of the other videos that people do as well. So thank you all so very much. I will see you in the next one. Until then, a few more videos of little trains rumbling past here, and then that will be that. Thank you very much, and goodbye.